Good morning, 10%ers. This is Michael with Trading Escapes. You can find us at tradingescapes.com. It is Tuesday, January 15th, 2019. We are back at it again. See if we can't take a trade or two in our beta names AMD and MU. We are looking to trade our plan, execute our strategy. We've got the idea, we're going to do our execution, and we're going to manage. So that is what we're looking at doing today. Hopefully we can take some profit out of this stock market this morning, be in the green, be in the 10%, and use the rest of the day for planning and coming up with new strategies. So hope everyone's doing well this morning. We will get at it in a second. All right, about 5 seconds to the bell. 3, 2, 1. And another fine morning of trading. We're just going to start marking off our levels. A little push to the upside. It's just crazy how, even with the governmental shutdown, we're still seeing increases in the overall market. Alright, so we got our levels set there for AMD. Let's take a look at MU. Got our bottom set there. Let's see where our trigger is. Trigger is at 49. A ways to go. Back to AMD. Trigger is at 92, 2092. Get the SPY up here. SPY is basically looks exactly like AMD here. One green candle going to a red. Same on AMD. Back to MU here. And back to AMD. SPY's putting in a green candle now. Switch over to MU. Relaxing here. Usually we don't get in too much of a rush unless we have a runner in the morning. And our definition of a runner is basically it covers our trigger range within two consecutive candles. So it's for MU and AMD. Switch back to AMD here. That would be 50 cents in 2 consecutive candles. So when that runs, so for example, if we were looking at this, and we had this pull up this morning, candle number 1, and then we had a second candle that hit our trigger up here at 92, 2092, we would have just jumped in for the trade. And that's the only time. Every other time, when we trigger, we come back, let it have a pullback, and then get in. That pullback could be 1 cent. We don't know. That's where the discretion comes in. Is it going to be 1 cent? Is it going to be 20 cents? We try to get to the best position, obviously, that we can. Back to MU here, but sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we miss trades, which is okay. There's nothing saying that you have to trade every single day. SPY is pushing up. Got a fairly large green candle in the 4th minute here. Let's switch back to AMD. And just so you know, I do have MU up on another screen. So it's on my mobile trading screen right here. So we're seeing a lot of, a little more consolidation. I'm going to pause, trying to make sure that we don't, these videos get to be 30 minutes, an hour long, which I know nobody really wants to see anybody live trade for that long. And we're going to try to do a better job of pausing, trying to get to the action, seeing what happens. I mean, the idea here. Let's go ahead and move this range down. The idea is very simple. We're using the Fibs drawing, the Fibonacci drawing, to mark ranges off of. So let me back up a second. I'm sorry. So we see the 100% level and the 0%. Now we basically positioned this out. So between 0 and the 76.4, that's a 50-cent move. And between the 100 and the 23.6, I know you can't see that there, that's a 50-cent move. So when I mark off the bottom, I'm looking for this to go all the way up to 85. That's our trigger point. Trigger doesn't mean execute a trade unless it's a runner, as I described earlier. It just means that the trade is now, from an execution standpoint, in play. The setup has begun. Now what we look for is a pullback off of that level, a trade entry, and then for it to run another 30 cents. Our stop on this is 10 cents, so it's a 3-to-1, profit to loss ratio on the trade. Excuse me. Very simple. The differentiator between this is we're not coming in and trading this once or twice here or there. The difference is it's a planned out series of trades. So there's a plan in effect that says we're going to trade this, approximately say 10 times a week. Now it could be two different stocks, could be the same stock, but those trades 10 times a week, right? So that's 40 trades a month. The percentages, the win percentages, are going to be in our favor. So that's what I mean. Sometimes I'll refer to as a series of trades. We've looked at, basically you look at the conditions, right? You look at the history, and when you think the data, which can be a little scary when it's based off discretion, but you're looking at the data the best you can to basically make it systematic, and you're saying the data supports a pattern in history that says usually when this stock runs 50 cents in a direction with a pullback, it's going to run another 30 cents, right? So that's the theory behind it. Now the problem is if you trade it once or twice, 3 times, all 3 of those could be losers. It's about a series of trades. So you really, and we are learning to condition ourselves to make sure that we understand, red days are fine. You have to have them because the green days, overcome the red days. And it's about the series. It's about the week or the month, not the day. Excuse me. You have a lot of traders on the internet who are, what they want to post is their daily win, right? I made $4,000 today. That's great, but especially as a new trader, you can't be in the market looking to make a $4,000 winning trade. Because if you're looking for that, you have to look for that every single day. Warrior Trading, Ross Cameron. He's successful because he has a system. But if you notice, if you watch him, if you go follow him, he trades the same thing day in and day out. He is executing a series of trades, a plan on a strategy. He has a strategy. It gives him his conditions. It's the idea of what he's going to do. It's the execution parameters, and it's the management, right? Now, some of that's all in his head at this point. Like he executes it. It's not really a written thing that's on the wall. But probably to me, and this is what we're theorizing, to me, the biggest piece of his success is that he's doing the same thing day in and day out. That is the plan. That is the piece that becomes different than other people. Other people jump in, and we've done this as well. Oh, I'm going to trade a momentum play on a penny stock this morning because it's gapping up. And you lose $500. You lose, we have a video somewhere in there, you lose $1,200. The thing is, that's fine. You have to do it every single day. And you have to know that percentage is going to be on your side. That's where the plan comes into play. I'm telling you, take it for what it's worth. We're not experts yet, but that is the biggest mistake I see people in the markets doing. Or beginners who want to day trade. Beginners who want to day trade. They don't look at it as a systematic approach where you're saying, I'm going to take 20 trades, all the same setups, execution, management, and I'm going to have a winning percentage of X percent. That's what you're trying to achieve. The problem is you have all these other things mixed in. You have FOMO, greed, panic, these things that are controlling what you're doing besides the plan itself. That's what we did in December. We said, can we actually trade and stick to a plan? I'd say we were 60% successful at it. So we're still building that mentality to try to be able to trade that plan. Anyway, I'm just rambling and rambling. All right. I hope you guys are having a good morning. So consolidation, we've moved 30 cents this morning up and down. Nothing really happened. Switch over to MU, about the same deal, 30 cents up and down, just battling back and forth. That's fine. We'll wait for our setup. I'm going to pause. I'll be back as soon as we have something close to a trigger point. So we're getting a little bit close on MU here, triggering at 73. That isn't a trigger, so we just had a trigger at 73. Pull back off that level. Put in some green. We put in 5 red candles there. So let's let it relax a little bit. Let's pull back up to that 83 level. Let's pull it back up through that. SPY is all green this morning. We're trying to get up to 91. Let me see, get up to 91. Second green candle. All right, we're in with 3,000 shares of MU. AMD is still looking a little sideways, not really in a direction that we can execute a trade on it. So 30, trigger to the upside is 80. We're way off this mark, so we're going to put an alert right here. just so we know when it gets up to that level. EMD's battling around here. Oh, big push to the upside. That is not good for us. That is not good at all. May have mistimed it. Looks like we're going to get stopped out. Yeah, AMD's pushing higher, SPY's putting in some moves. And we're out of MU. Pulled back, stopped us out. Pulled up to that 91 level. See if we can get some strength up to the 50 or the 20. AMD still just trading sideways. Watching that 83 level. See if we're going to get back up to 91. So we cracked 91. See if we can pull back to 83. AMD is still a little sideways. Broke 91, now it's pulling back. SPY's putting in a red candle as well. in for a second trade at 80. Spy's putting in some red. It's an intense battle for MU here, back and forth. AMD is still completely sideways. Haven't got anywhere with it whatsoever. Still pushing down on MU a little bit. And got out of that second trade at MU. We changed our stop to break even because we ran the 20 cents. So got a couple $100, out of it. Reduced our loss. So we're down 153 for the day. We did have a green trade on that, but we were trying to let it run, and you have to do what you have to do. So the reason we jumped out is because we were coming back up to our entry point, and we had run 20 cents on the trade already. So once we run 20 cents, we change our stop from 10 cents to break even. It was a good trade. Everything was, we pulled a little bit of money out of it. So, everything execution-wise and management-wise was pretty solid. Let's take a look at the, and we jumped in here at 80. Pulled down to just about 20 cents. It pulled down to our 20 cents to where we had readjusted for that stop. The market is slow today. We're having some strong green candles on the SPY right now. Heavy movement. Put in a big launch candle on the SPY. Seeing some mirroring going on with that on AMD. Switch over to AMD here. A little bit of a pull up. Seeing kind of a wall at the top here. We've taken two trades on MU. We're down 153 for the day. Both trades, execution was good. Management was good. I'm thinking we should probably call it a day. I'm feeling the urge to take that third trade, and we know, probably 70% of the time that third trade is not going to go our direction. The SPY jumped up. Now it's kind of flatlined. You can kind of see that going on here with MU as well. This trade, this pull down here, was kind of against the market. So I can definitely tell you I was a little bit worried about it. I'm glad we came out somewhat green on the trade to reduce our overall loss for the day. that 20 level's showing some resistance for us. AMD, you know, just a nice little wave pattern. 1, 2, 3. Is it going to break out and run here? Maybe so. I mean, the market's going that direction. Pull back here, somewhere under the 55, get back down to the 9, and see it run 10 cents or so, at least. It's showing a lot of buyers at the 57 level. Just holding it up there. But it's not going anywhere. There's buyers there, but it's kind of flat, as it has been all day. There it goes. Nice little launch. Same thing on MU. Nothing to really get excited about. Small micro pullback on this SPY right now. Look at the SPY. Let me look at the 5 minute on the SPY. Yeah, the 5 minute is on the SPY is pretty much just green, a little sideways consolidation, more green, and now it's putting a red candle right now. Just not showing a lot of volatility. Pull back there. And came up off the 45 level, tested 50, pulled back through it. Switch over to MU. So now AMD's moving more than MU is. Earlier this morning, AMD wasn't moving at all. AMD is just right here in this channel. Trying to break out right here. See if it holds the 9. Looking for this 55 level for it to crack down through that. Back to MU. Just bouncing all over the place. I mean, we could see it peel back here and continue down, which would kind of be disappointing because, well, that would be a winning trade if it peels down. Then you know, we jumped in at 80. It's topped out on that pullback there, 88. So we got in here, pulled up to 88, and our stop was 90. I'm just looking, is this a true break route, or is it going to pull back down and come down to the 20 or the 50? SPY is trading sideways. We can see that with the weakness going on in MU and AMD right now, waiting for direction. Now, it doesn't always follow the market, but it's a good indicator of what may happen. Just can't find itself. Seller's getting bought up there. We'll put our order there to the downside at 55. Some buyers at 53. 54, moving up on us. If we can crack that 50 level, when I say 50, we're looking at the 50 EMA there. Battle going on there. There we go. Got onto it. Broke it. Broke it. Took a little dip below the 50. Little crack down. Big buyers at 45. See if we can push through them. And we got out of that trade as we're coming down, up $159. So basically flat for the day. Basically we're green $6. So 3 trades. Sorry, 10%ers, I can't take another trade. 3 was pushing it. Maybe we should have took a little more profit on that. I really was looking for a scalp. You know, I should have, as soon as it spiked down to that 45 level, maybe we should have jumped out. But we did what we could. It ran past our stop. I had to mark it out, so we probably lost a little bit on that as well. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope everybody's in the 10%. Hope everybody's having a good day. You know, get some stuff done. I know everybody's got their New Year's resolutions going on, so you know we're doing well with ours. Eating right, trying to exercise. Got a big laundry list of things that we want to accomplish. Just scheduled our trip to Australia for September, so that's exciting. Scheduled a couple of trips to California in February, March, so we'll get to do some trading on the road. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.